That's why I watch these movies before I go back to work, because I need the encouragement. Oh my God. And welcome back to the Angry Teacher channel. I'm Richard Williams, the Angry Teacher, and this is all about education. So I've made a video before, my favorites. I haven't done one of my favorites in a while, right? And these are when, like, you get to see a little bit of what's going on in my life, for example, or my likes or dislikes. And I've done different YouTube channels, different books, different short stories, and movies. And this is the second one in the series. The first one was made a long time ago. Sorry about that. But now I have some time, so I could actually revisit some of these movies. And it's strange that because this is an educational channel, I think all the movies this time are all based in education. The other one, it was kind of mixed, right? So in any case, number one, Freedom Writers. Now, it's a 2007 movie starring Hilary Swank about, it's a true story, by the way, based on Ellen Gruwell, I think her name was. She taught in Long Beach, California. She went to a different, it's all about changing your having challenges and having differences, and she was up against all this. She's this white young lady who went to go teach in an inner city area, and so the differences in culture, her background, the challenge again, getting buy-in from the kids or having them trust you, all of that she was up against. She even had, I think this was the one, her boyfriend or husband or something left her because she was giving too much time to the kids. So with that said, all of that goes to the movie. She was the one that originated the kids were doing something based on the Freedom Riders. The civil rights movement. She was doing something based on that, and then they thought about having the kids write in their diaries or write their journal entries, and so it became a Freedom Writers project, and so that she published their work, and it became something that other teachers have acquired and done over the years. So it's a good movie. I wasn't a fan of it at first, the white hope kind of thing, but every summer I kind of try to watch some teacher movie to kind of get me back into the spirit of getting back into that building after a whole year of being in the building, and getting my energies back up. And this is one of those that kind of does that every now and then. It's a positive ending, so that's a good thing. Even though they had to go through a lot in the entire story, at the end it got better. So, and they showed the different things and stuff that they did at in real life, so that's a good thing. Number one, Freedom Writers, check it out. Number two, Dangerous Minds, 1995, with Michelle Pfeiffer, Miss U.S. Marine Lieutenant, I think she was, Luann Johnson. She went into teach, I think it's also in California. And so, once again, up against challenges, up against the background. She's a Marine, first of all, then she's white from another neighborhood, coming into the inner city, trying to get buy-in. And that was the challenge, one of the challenges. And I think it was sad enough to the point where they lost one of their popular, she couldn't save a kid. She was trying to reach him, she almost got there, and then he got shot. So, that messed her up, but she was there for the other kids. They wanted her to stay. And so it had a good ending after all of that. So Dangerous Minds, I've always loved that one. That one, even though it's the same concept as Freedom Writers, I've always loved Dangerous Minds. Check that movie out and let me know what you think. Oh, the soundtrack is off the chain, man. Coolio did that thing. It's a lot of West Coast rap. I'm not a fan necessarily, but I love the title track, and some other good songs are on there too. So check that out. Dangerous Minds, 1995, Michelle Pfeiffer. Number three, To Sir with Love, 1967, Sidney Poitier. Now, this guy, he made strides with this movie because it was just this black male lead. he was the savior for once. He wasn't a white person saving us. So with that said, Sidney Poitier did his thing. He got recognized for it. The premise of the story, the movie, is there's this black guy from the Caribbean who went to England in the inner city, if you will, at that time, and of the East End of England, and he had to teach. So he was up against a whole lot of challenges. You know which one I'm talking about. Started with race, relating to race, and so he had to deal with that. He had to deal with the kids and connecting with them, and he's from an entirely different environment. So he was facing all of that, but he still put it together and still made a difference in their lives. He even got to the point where he got frustrated, and so he took a job. He wanted to take a job. He applied for a job as an engineer. So he wanted to get out of the classroom and just leave them all behind and just move on with his life and not worry about all the stress that he's going through. Until some kids came in and gave him a signed card from every kid he had, and that was just like, oh my god, it's like a tearjerker at this point. And so he did it. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna rip this letter up for the engineering and I'm gonna teach again. I'm gonna continue teaching. And that's why I watch these movies before I go back to work, because I need the encouragement. Oh my god. So check that one out, 1967, To Serve With Love. Sidney Poitier, very good movie, very good movie. Very good movie. It's black and white, so you know that's my thing. I love the movie, and the acting is just off the chain. All right. Oh, and Lulu. I don't know if you know Lulu, but she's a British singer, and this is where she got her premiere. She acted in this movie too. She was a teenager, and so it was a good movie for a lot of different people, a lot of different reasons. Check it out. Music of the Heart, 1999, number 4, I believe. And the other movies were about seniors in high school and all that foolishness. But this one is, I think, was younger kids, like elementary school. A violinist. She no longer, she had a divorce, so she left, and I think they moved. And so she was in a new environment. So she thought, you know, let me go teach. I know a friend helped me out. I need money to get back on my feet after the divorce. And so she did that. Got to a school, realized the music program sucked or was dying out, and so she was a violinist, so she tried to bring it back. Herein lies the situation, the challenges that she was up against. Kids didn't want to do it, and it was in the inner city too, I believe, or in a different neighborhood, so you know they weren't used to violins and all this type of music, and they were sucking at what they were doing. So she came in and she did what she needed to do, and she taught them. And so, you know, it becomes, you know, the board's trying to close them down because arts and science, arts we don't need, we can't afford. So let's cut down the arts program. And so she had to fight that. She had to fight parents who couldn't afford it, parents who didn't want it. And my kid is staying after school for this in this neighborhood and blah blah blah. So she had to deal with all of that. At the end, oh my god, this one is a lot of tears. Very good movie. At the end, you know, they had the symphony, they played it out, and it was just something to enjoy. With that said, it has a whole lot of big names in it, so it better be good. And let me see if I can remember all of them. There's Meryl Streep, Angela Bassett, Aidan Quinn, Gloria Estefan, oh yeah, and Cloris Leachman. A whole lot of popular people. I think there's some other people that I've seen before, but I don't remember their names. And very good. And you know, the program is real. It was based on a true story too. At the end of the movie, they show you how the kids have grown up, and how the program lasts a little bit longer after she retired. It was just gorgeous. It was a great movie. Check it out. Music of the Heart, and it really does hit you here. 1999, Meryl Streep. And the last one for this video, number 5, Mr. Holland's Opus. This is another music-related movie, and 1995 with Richard Dreyfuss and Olivia Dukakis, and no, Olympia Dukakis. Very good. And I think she's passed on. In any case, very good movie, soul jerker, if you will, and tear jerker. It's a true story. After leaving, I don't remember what his profession, I think he was a professional conductor. He retired, and he wanted to still come up with his own symphony. He wanted to write a symphony. And I think he was still, he moved or something. I don't remember completely. This one I still have to watch again this summer. I haven't watched it in a while. And he went to a school. He said, you know what, let me teach while I'm thinking about and writing my symphony. And he went to a decrepit program. He kind of tried to build it back, and that was one of the challenges. And they tried to get rid of the program and tried to get rid of the program and tried to get rid of the program. And so he had to work with that and work with kids who didn't know any better and couldn't do any better. And so he got to the point where he stayed in that profession for 30 years after he changed the profession. That's a long time to be in a profession. So for 30 years he was there and he did his thing, and they finally, and the ending of this movie kind of tripped me out because it's a mixed ending, if you will. They forced the program to shut down. They couldn't afford it anymore. I don't know what's wrong with these schools. It's like, you know, let me say something, save that for later. But they shut down the program, and it hurt a lot of kids. A lot of kids for 30 years have gone through the program, and he's helped and touched a lot of lives with the music and whatever. And the day that he was leaving, they got him into the auditorium, and those people played a symphony for him. It was just, oh my God, I just wanted to like shut it down right there. They just played the music and he just enjoyed it, his swan song, if you will. And so that was the end of the movie. Even though you know it's shutting down the program at the school, it was all the people that came by. Even teachers were going up there, and older people were going and playing in that symphony for him, to play him out of the building. That was just so touching at that moment. There is a foundation, or was, I'm not sure if it's still around, but they had a foundation for him. And so, you know, it's a real true story. That's how much of an impact we have, guys. As teachers, we affect kids. We affect lives. It's not even just kids anymore. We affect lives. Years after you've taught them, there's something that you've said or done that they have reached out to, you've connected with another human being, and that's major stuff. What I like about this too is, or I'm concerned about rather, all 5 of these, some of the issues that they faced then, especially going far back as 1967 in a different country, are the same ones we're still facing. What are we doing? Are we fixing these things? Are we trying to fix? Why are we still trying to shut down the art program? Why do we still have issues with dealing with kids in a certain neighborhood? Why do we still have issues with teachers can't afford it, so they have to get another job or change professions, or are kicked out because of all the paperwork that the district doesn't want? It's the same issues. All these different movies, different time periods, different people, different parts of the world, different parts of the country, and it's the same issues that still exist today. We gotta do better. In any case, those are my 5 favorites for now. I'm gonna try to do them better. I've been slacking off so much, but great movies. Check them out before you get back into the classroom. It will tug at your heart. It will get you to remember why you're going back into the building, and so you'll have a great year. Guys, go out there and be great. Hey, let's just go out there and teach.